Peace, peace. Back for part 2 of the 5-month update. And I forgot, man. Happy New Year. Happy 2021 to the community. Much success to everybody in the community. Not only with your transplant, but with everything that you wish to do, man. Much success to everybody. Happy 2021. The topic I want to get on this month, man, for part 2 of my 5-month update, I want to talk about how I ended up at Asli. Some people ask me that, why did you choose that clinic? How did you end up there of all the clinics that are out here? Man, to be quite frank, it was a simple process for me, man. I started out looking at clinics in the States, given that I live in the U.S. I went to 2 of them. The prices at those clinics were just too much, if you ask me. I'm not throwing no shade to people who have paid, the prices that they charge in the States. I'm not throwing no shade to people who do work in the States and charge the prices that they charge. But in my opinion, those prices are just, man, it just doesn't make no sense, man. And it wasn't about me having it or not having it. It was just simply about my willingness to pay. And I was not willing to pay what they were quoting me for. But I won't get into the names of the clinics or what they were trying to charge. A lot of people in the community probably already know what clinics charge what prices anyway. But moving on, when I got those price quotes in the States and knew that I didn't want to pay those prices, I looked in the direction of Turkey, man, because of the prices that they offered, one, and the quality of work that they offered. My first choice, honestly, was Hair of Istanbul. I got in touch with Hair of Istanbul, sent them my evaluation photos, and they rejected me. They told me that they couldn't accept me as a client, that my level of baldness was too much for them to work with in order for them to get a satisfactory result. And yeah, they were honest and very blunt and said, can't work with you. So I appreciated their honesty. Shout out to Hair of Istanbul, by the way. I appreciated their honesty, them being very upfront with me, not wasting my time. And I moved on, man. I got in touch with Asli Tarcan. And long story short, I F with them because they F with me. I got in touch with them, showed them my evaluation pictures. They saw my level of baldness. Again, I was somewhere between a 5 and a 6 on the Norwood scale. And they were still willing to work with that. They were upfront and told me that I would maybe need 2 procedures given my level of baldness, but that would all depend on, the goals that I have for myself and, how my hair will respond, how my head will respond to the first procedure. So I was cool with that. I was willing to shoot my shot. I shot my shot with them, got in touch, like I said, with my coordinator via WhatsApp, or better yet, he got in touch with me. We back and forth for a while. That was the top of August of last year when I went over there. I went over there smack in the middle of the pandemic. As you may remember, Turkey opened their doors back up to American flights July of last year. So about 30 days after them reopening their country to American flights, I was over there getting my work done. So me being over there during that time, staff, man, they were cool staff, very hospitable, treated us very well. I have spoken about what I felt like were some service defects on the clinic's behalf in my previous videos. Don't want to get into all that this time around, but if you're curious to know about that, you can just check my previous videos. So yeah, not everything was all bad, not everything was all perfect, but I gotta say, man, for the most part, everything was pretty damn good. So shout out to them for that. My coordinator, man, he was awesome, man, even with respect to my post-op care. Again, I've spoken about it before. I felt like he didn't know everything, but man, he put in a good effort. He got in touch with me. Every time I got in touch with him, I think I hit that man up, man, at least 100 times by the time I left Istanbul to the time I got back home to the States. And he was responding to all of my questions, whether it was written or whether it was a recorded voice message. I thought that was pretty cool, man. Still made me feel like I was a priority despite the fact that I wasn't even over there no more. And I know he probably was still with his hands full working with the people who were there at the time and the people that he was trying to get to still come there at the time. So again, shout out to him and shout out to their clinic as far as that go. But yeah, man, that's how I ended up over there. Like I said, my experience was good when I was over there too, despite, some things that I didn't like. But overall, I got to take my hat off to the people that did their thing. Like I've mentioned previously in some of my other videos. I showed my donor area in the previous video. I feel like my donor area is still pretty strong. If I would need a second operation, I feel like I would be a strong candidate for one if I would, choose to do it. And probably, with that being said, with a little bit of progress up top and still some good donor to work with, probably would be a candidate to go, I guess pretty much where I would please to go as far as clinics go. Again, some clinics aren't willing to work with people given their level of baldness, HOI being one of them. But whether I was accepted, at HOI or at any other clinic, I probably would do Asli again to keep it all the way 100. Simply because, like I said, the service was excellent, despite, some of the little mishaps. And the quality so far, man, so good. I don't want to jump the gun just yet. I'm at month 5. The real evaluation of the quality obviously will be at month 12. But so far, man, it's turning out. And like I said, man, they F with me from jump, and I really appreciated that. So, and then the price. I don't know what they're charging these days, but when I went, it was $1,700 out the door for the procedure. $500 extra if you were getting grafts taken from the beard. For the quality that they provide, man, they got the best prices around, or I at least haven't found none better. If anybody know about something better, then, shout it out in the comments. Let everybody know about it. But yeah, man, that was my experience with Asli. That was how I ended up with Asli versus other clinics out there. So I'm going to go ahead and chop this video right there. Just wanted to get that out there because that was a question that, some people had asked me from time to time. So there it is. That's how I ended up over there. Peace, peace.